everybody, welcome back to Background Buzz Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Black Panther.
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out.
Wakanda forever!
The revolution will not be televised.
Let's have some fun.
The revolution will be live.
So, Black Panther is a Marvel superhero movie based on the character Black Panther. It's directed by Ryan Coogler from a screenplay by him and Joe Robert Cole, and stars Chadwick Boseman, who plays Black Panther, Michael B. Jordan, who plays the main villain, Lupita Nyong'o, Danai Gurira, Morgan Freeman, Daniel Kaluuya, and Lolita Wright. So yes, we both saw this movie just last night. What do you think of it?
Well, I saw it in the Magic Johnson Theater uptown in Harlem, so that was quite an experience. You know, I went there just to see audience feedback for the movie, and I had a great time. I really liked the movie.
So you didn't go to watch the movie; you just went to watch.
No, I wanted.
Oh, I love that shot the first time when it was in Nosferatu.
I wanted to go for those moments. I wanted to hear people go like, no, don't do it, Black Panther.
Yo, this movie's got an inconsistent visual language.
You know, I wanted to hear some of that.
You know, there was. I saw in a story that there was some of that going on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially like. I think it was the scene, one of the first scenes. Well, I guess we wouldn't do like a non-spoiler part, so I'll save it for the spoiler part.
Yeah,
I don't know what anything.
There was a lot of, a lot of moments like that. People really got into this film.
Even a lot of funny moments.
There was a lot of fun. There was laugh out loud moments.
Yeah, so I think what we should do is separate it to maybe like 3 or 4 minutes of spoiler-free impression, and then we just dive
right.
in.
So I'm gonna give you my spoiler-free impression. I really liked this movie. It was really good from start to end. It was action-packed. It had a lot of action sequences peppered throughout the film. I actually liked the story and what the villain, where he came from, and I think this movie did a great job of growing the character of T'Challa, because we're introduced to his character in Civil War. We're kind of introduced to him as going on a revenge mission, trying to kill Bucky for the death of his father. At the end, he learns that maybe murder isn't the way to go about seeking vengeance. And I feel in this movie he learns another lesson as well. Right? Yeah. So at the beginning, I think this whole movie is about what does it mean to be king. Speaking about what it means to be king, very Lion King-ish vibes.
Lion King vibes.
And it kind of has that same theme where it's what does it mean to be king when you're so young and inexperienced. And by the end of this film, he learns a lot of what it means to be king. But he had to go through a whole adventure for it.
He had to fight a lot of people.
He did have to fight a lot of people. And
this movie had a lot of serious tones, but it's also pretty funny. It has that classic Marvel humor peppered in, which I liked. I'm gonna piggyback off what you said. Yeah, it's a lot of. I like the story a lot. I feel like it really developed what was the printed character Chadwick. I feel like you really understand his motivation for doing things he does. It's not your typical just like there's an evil guy out there and I'm just like a superhero and I'm just gonna save the world. So I have to deal. It's like it's a more like personal story about like him and like his people, his country, and like I guess like his whole motivation is just protecting his country. So like it's still set in the Marvel universe, but I feel like it feels distinct from all the other Marvel movies, which I like a lot. And some cool action sequences. Yeah, overall, I loved it. I would recommend everyone definitely go watch it.
Yeah, I thought the actors did a great job. Everyone here did a great job. Particularly, our favorite was Lolita Wright, who's
she was funny.
She's a Black Mirror alumni. She starred in Black Museum, and she was really good in that episode. But she's even great. She's even best here. She was funny. She was sort of the comedic relief, and she was the techie. Yeah, the smart techie.
She's the man behind the computer, or whatever. The woman behind the computer.
Yeah, and she. Maybe that's a spoiler because coming into it, well, you didn't see any trailer, but coming in, I had no idea that she was going to be in this movie. Yeah. And I had no idea that was the role she's going to play. But she's funny.
It was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I really liked the costume designs in this movie. Did you notice the outfits they were wearing?
Yeah, no,
it was so cool. Like it sort of had some of the traditional African like garb, but it looked modern and like fresh and cool and almost futuristic.
Yeah.
So it was a nice blend of that, which
was
is what Wakanda is, right? It's like a blend of old and new.
Yeah, that's like the whole thing. It was like taking like an African country, but what it would look like if it was like really futuristic and like technologically advanced.
Yeah, and that's, like you said, like I think the CGI helped with that, the fashion, the look of it. This movie was directed by Ryan Coogler, and he did. If you seen that movie From Fail Station, it starred Michael B. Jordan, the villain, and he did Creed, which is a follow up to Rocky, and that was really good too. And all of these films have this around like urban flair to it, and this movie has like a lot of interesting dialogue that some people might find a little triggering and sensitive. Do you feel that?
I think it would be unreasonable to find anything in this movie triggering. Because I mean, it touches on some serious topics like about racism and like colonization, but it's like a teen-rated Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Like, they're not like doing a deep dive into these topics.
It's not a deep dive.
I think if you're triggered by the Black Panther, I think you probably shouldn't be watching.
You're probably a DC fan.
You probably shouldn't be using the internet.
Yeah. Well, I'm just putting it out there, sort of as so. Yeah, overall, I liked it. If I were to say any critiques before we move on to spoilers, for me, it was that some of the CGI I thought could have been worked on a little bit more. Some of it felt like the physics were off when Black Panther was moving around, and I felt like it was too sleek. It just didn't work for me for some parts. And I also felt that some of the characters, although I found every character interesting, not fully developed. I felt like some of it was rushed. Like,
especially the guy from Get Out. I feel like his
Get Out guy, his position on it, while I understand it, it was so thinly fleshed out.
It was thinly fleshed. It was
to
rushed.
The point where it was
like flip flopping. It was like,
and this might be spoiled, but he has a relationship with a character.
Yeah.
That almost felt like it was put in place in the beginning, completely forgotten about,
and then they mentioned it again,
and then thrown at the end just to have a moment and stuff like that. I was like, oh, like that seems like something that was like there was an idea there, and then they sort of scrapped it, and they kind of kept it at the end. It felt sort of choppy. So that was my critiques, but they're really small, nitpicky, really critiques of this movie.
Daniel Kaluuya, that's his name.
Daniel Kaluuya. Get Out guy.
I do like this actor, but yeah, I feel like they did him dirty in Black Panther.
They did him dirty. He's so much more talented than what they had him do. Yeah. But, what are you going to do?
But still, these are minor critiques for a movie that overall I think was amazing.
Yeah, and this movie, it stands alone on itself very well. And it's part of the bigger Marvel universe, but it's pretty much just a Wakanda Black Panther movie.
Yeah.
There's only bits and pieces that connects back to the bigger Marvel universe.
I love
Yep, you're not going to see... well, this is spoilers, I'm going to say. All right. Well, pretty much, that's all I have to say about the movie.
Let's go into spoilers. If you haven't seen the movie, leave now or just mute it and keep watching and help our view time. Either one works.
Yeah, there we go. Spoilers. Let's see spoilers.
I was gonna mention that one of the first scenes in the movie where he's like preparing to go rescue his ex-girlfriend because she wants him to come to like his ceremony of being crowned the king, and like I guess his like one of his advisors goes like, when you see her, don't choke or don't freeze, and then he goes there, he saves her, he looks at her, and he just freezes. And I remember someone in the audience was like, damn, she said don't freeze.
So you got some of that.
And I know, what I'm saying is like this movie, even though it had like some serious tones, it didn't forget to be funny, which I thought was really important.
If we're gonna talk about funny scenes, there's the one big laugh out loud movie, right? What was the scene like? Latita, right?
Yeah,
I forgot. What's her character name?
I don't know.
Forget it. So Latita, her sister, who's the techie and who's kind of designs his outfit and stuff.
The suit,
what is he? She's like showing him around, like all the tech and
he asked her a question. She's like, the real question is, what are those?
So he keeps going, what are those? And she's like, well, it's blah blah blah. What are those? Yada yada yada. And then she's like, the real question, what are those? And then the camera just
goes to his dad. And even this, he gives them the new Samuel. They're like really fancy. They turn into like the Black Panther, whatever.
Yeah,
the
they don't make no noise.
And she goes, yeah, I call them sneakers.
Sneakers, yeah. I forgot about that one. People love that one.
Yeah.
People did the, all right, Sneak, I see what you did there. That was a good joke.
I also, that whole scene at the end, he goes, delete that footage.
Delete that footage. Yeah, that was a good moment. And Martin Freeman was really funny. He always plays like a comedic actor.
Which one was Martin Freeman?
The token white guy.
Oh, he's the guy.
He's the token white guy. And he's always funny.
The colonizer?
The colonizer, yeah.
You said he was in Civil War. I didn't know that.
He was in Civil War, yeah.
But like a small part?
Very small. I think he played a small role, yeah.
I feel like you told me before we started recording that you suspect they introduced him in Civil War just to throw him in Black Panther.
I agree. They did. They introduced they introduced Andy Serkis, who plays the arms dealer with the gun, about in Iron Man 3, I think. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. I think Avengers 2. He's been there since Avengers 2.
If I do want to, now that you bring him up, if I do want to say another aspect of the movie that I didn't like, that arms dealer, that whole sequence, the action sequence in Korea, while it was a spectacle and I loved it, I feel like that made no sense because he brought all this, back up because he knew trying to sell the metal, whatever, was gonna attract Black Panther, vibranium. So it was kind of like a trap. Yeah. But he must have known how powerful Black Panther is because then it turned. He didn't end up being able to sell the vibranium. He didn't get the money, and then he just had to run away. And if he knew Black Panther was gonna come and try to stop this deal, why would he even set that up? It seemed as if he got nothing out of that.
No.
And it's not like he
knew Black Panther was coming.
Yeah, that's why he brought all his
all right. I thought he just rolls with a big entourage.
The FBI agent said, "Oh, you brought all the security. What's the point?" He goes, "I didn't bring the security for you." And it's because he knew Black Panther was gonna come. Gotcha. But if he knew he was gonna come, then he should have switched it out to a different day and try to avoid him.
Or hired some other mercenary. Yeah, one good villain. One good guy. See, that would have been a good opportunity to introduce some random
Marvel
villain. And you're like, oh, cool, maybe not so known.
Mysterio was here. Imagine it's some whack. Yeah,
fish
head. That would have been hilarious.
I'm curious if they ever do a Mysterio, how they're gonna make that, feasible and not wacky. I'm just putting it out there. So, did you like Andy Serkis' character?
No, I liked his character, but I didn't like that.
Oh, you didn't like the scene?
I liked the scene. It was a good action scene, but
it was. I like the car chase.
Like a plot hole.
Yeah, the car chase was cool.
Well, where Lolita driving the car.
She's driving.
But you're right. That was all CGI.
All of it was CGI. A lot of it was CGI, and there were parts in that moment where I was like, the CGI is a little off, but it was fine.
It was a cool concept though. I like the idea that she's in the lab driving the car and he's actually in the field. I don't know. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah, I like that. And we see that later on. Martin Freeman, he's in the airplane, the virtual airplane, and he saves the day.
So I think you mentioned that this movie was about being a king, and I do think it's about being a young king, how to accept this responsibility. But I also think it's also about atoning for the sins of the people before you, right? How his father killed his uncle, which debatable. I mean, he betrayed him, but then left the kid to live in poverty in the United States, and all the sins of all the prior Wakanda kings of not sending out aid to help out Black people throughout the world. So I think it was a combination of both. How do I want to be a good leader, but how do I deal with the sins of past leaders?
That's true.
And I think both Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick, they both wanted to atone for Wakanda's past sins, but they had very, very different ideas of how to do that. Michael B. Jordan wants to be all militarized and take over the world, where Chadwick maybe wasn't to me.
Yeah. And I've seen some reviews online where they draw the parallels between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, where Michael Jordan he takes the role of Malcolm X, where he wants to be more militarized. His idea of bettering his people is by force, right? Yeah. By militarizing his people, kind of doing what the oppressors have done. And T'Challa doesn't really have a position at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't really seem to have a place in all that.
In the beginning, he's like, he doesn't even want to send aid to other countries. He's like, my goal is
he follows tradition.
Yeah, my goal is just to protect my people.
Yeah,
but I think in the end, like, he doesn't grow. He learned that, like, yeah, he has to.
Definitely, because he sets up like a Wakandan embassy, right?
Yeah.
Where they're gonna teach like.
I didn't read any of the reviews. That's like a really good analogy, like the MLK, Malcolm X analogy. Oh, I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's like, and but he was different to talk because at the end he kind of came to realize what his role was. It was never like he was like idealistically different from Michael B. Jordan. Like he almost found his way through Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
When he saw he came to understand Michael B. Jordan, where all this pain and frustration came from. Yeah. And maybe at some point he was like, maybe he does have a point.
No, yeah, I think he was like, he had the point. He's taking it a little bit too extreme, but I'm gonna take like the good ideas from him and like.
Yeah. And that's what I liked about this movie. It's sort of the themes it touches upon, right?
Yeah.
About, Wakanda, this is where life started, right? This is where civilization started. This is where technology started. But what have you done to help your people? People are suffering out there. And then at the beginning of the movie, they take you back to what looks like the projects, like the blocks. Yeah. And that's where he grew up. He kind of grew up rough, right?
Yeah.
In the American Oakland. It almost seemed like a little scene from The Wire. It had that Wire feel. I almost expected Omar to be walking through the streets. Omar coming. Black Panther coming. Yeah. What other things I want to talk about?
I love the scene where Chadwick goes back to see his father for like the second time in like the area where all the previous Black Panthers are, and like he yelled at him, he's like crying, he's like, you were wrong to like abandon. Michael B. Jordan, you were wrong.
You mean when they walked into the movie set of the live action Lion King that they're gonna make in a year?
That's it.
That's it. All right. What I suspect is they borrow.
You think there's gonna be a Simba tie-in?
Yeah, I think they're trying to save money, and they're like, all right, well, we already built the CGI background for the Lion King. You can use it.
Just pay us a fee.
Because it was similar, right? Simba goes up to his dad, and they have like a little chit chat, right? About,
they do.
What's going on? But what they talked about some serious stuff, right?
No, yeah, because he was like got mad at him because he's like, you were wrong to abandon Michael B. Jordan, you were wrong to not.
Did his lazy eye throw you off? The father. T'Challa's father, his eye was a little down.
Yeah.
It didn't throw you off. It was hard to listen to him. There were two lazy eyes.
You think the movie could have only allowed to have one?
This movie is progressive in so many ways because not only does it have an almost all African American cast, it hired 2 actors with lazy eyes. That's unheard of before.
Yeah, usually there's only one for one. If you have a lazy eye, please like and subscribe.
So
what else?
I want to talk about the.
We're gonna talk about Get Out guy, his role. I feel like he was like a flip flopper the whole movie.
Oh yeah, so let's talk about Get Out guy.
Because
what a bitch.
In the beginning, he was all for Chadwick. Like, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna support him. I'm not gonna challenge him. You're gonna be better than your father. You're gonna go get the guy that killed your father. He makes one mistake that doesn't get the guy. He's like, all right, well, fuck you forever. I'm gonna support Michael B. Jordan now, and like try to kill you. That doesn't work out. At the end, he bows down. He's like, okay, now I have to support you again. Like, wait, which one is it? And I feel like they put so much emphasis on that character, and they never like fleshed out his. We know his story. Like, someone that got killed, but he seems to like wishy-washy. Like 1 second
was his dad killed too?
Someone in his family was killed. Yeah.
He always wore like the poncho. For some reason, that scene instead, I was like, we could talk about the ritual battle.
Oh yeah, that was cool. I thought that was cool.
They did that like during the ritual. I like the ritual battle. Everyone's gathered around. You have Rafiki.
It seems like a lot like Game of Thrones, like trial by combat,
trial by combat.
But and that's why I was like, even when they did it the first time, I was like, this doesn't seem like the best way to choose a king, because what if like the person that doesn't. What if someone that's like a better king isn't as strong?
No, it's the best way to choose a king.
And then like lo and behold, the Michael B. Jordan becomes king, and I'm like, I kind of felt like that was kind of like when Donald Trump became the president. It's like, well, what if the best person doesn't win? Then what? Like, then what do you do? Like, do what you? And then when some people were like, oh, I still have to support Michael B. Jordan. He's our king now. Like, he won fair and square.
And you You got those flip flops like the Get Out guy, right?
Yeah.
You got a bunch of those people out there. It would be funny. Yeah, I do see Trump picking up Hillary Clinton, just
throwing her on.
just like just throwing her off the cliff, and just like Hillary Clinton refuses to die, somehow makes it back into the media.
Secret Service, if you're watching, we don't mean any.
Oh yeah, we gotta edit that out. I don't want people to misinterpret that.
Nah, it's fine. It's
Yeah, it's cool. No one watches this video.
It's YouTube.
So yeah, let's talk about the ritual combat. It was cool how they fought. I actually like it was close combat, no CGI, just straight up fighting. Michael B. Jordan's body, although very muscular, kind of disgusting looking. With
I don't know why he chose to do that.
And he beat the shit out of.
It wasn't even a competition.
He was not.
But
good.
it makes sense because he was like younger. He'd been training his whole life. Like it would have made sense if Chadwick won.
Yeah, Chadwick almost felt like he lived in royalty. He was royalty.
Yeah.
He probably lived a cushy life. While Killmonger, he fought his whole life.
You know, that scene reminded me of Game of Thrones, but also reminded me. Have you seen Troy, where they do like the one-on-one battle? Like I feel like it kind of reminded me of that, where it's like because they both have their whole army, but they're just gonna like settle this just with like one hand-to-hand combo. They have the stars or whatever.
Yeah. I feel like a UFC battle.
A UFC
fight? Yeah, there was like arm bars and like there was like legs going over.
Yeah.
The
first guy had to tap out.
Imagine Conor McGregor just showed up. So yeah. What else do we want to talk about this movie? Where are we at right now?
Well, it's hard to tell because
true.
We're ranting for a while.
So let's see. We have the trial by combat. We talked about Andy Serkis, right? He had a cool arm. He died. He died in his movie.
Yeah.
That's how Michael B. Jordan garners favor from Get Out guy by presenting him with the body, and then he proves that he's Wakandan by the little.
He's kind of like a racist too, right? He calls them the Wakandans like savages, right?
He is totally racist.
But so he's a racist. So, and I feel like everyone knew that. Why would he think that Michael B. Jordan would be loyal to him, right? Like it seemed like I don't know. Like it seemed like obvious that he's gonna like betray him at some point. Right? I was like, 'cause the whole point.
I think because it's business. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It's like this is just all business.
Okay. I don't know. Even from the beginning, I was like, it doesn't make sense that they're working together. Like it seems like someone's not like this is like a very arm's length relationship, and someone's gonna betray someone.
You know what line people really liked in my movie theater was the very opening scene when he's at the museum. Michael B. Jordan, he's looking at the artifacts, and here's this white museum curator, and she's like, "Oh, this is from Wakanda, AD, blah 2000." And then he became like a political rantist. He was like, "Well, it ain't your people stuff. Like you stole it from these people." And do you think Michael B. Jordan, his character, would do very well at a college campus? at a Black Lives Matter rally? I think he would do very well. But yeah, that's. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about the movie. I really liked it. CGI
I think I threw in all my negatives, but it might come off as I'm being hard on this movie. But
what do you think of the final scene, the final battle?
Between
Black Panther versus Black Panther.
That was kind of a letdown, I'll be honest. But I mean, it was serviceable.
It was serviceable. And he dies at the end.
He dies. I was kind of hoping that they would both survive and that there would be two Black Panthers.
Yeah, and I like the gold necklace Black Panther, the one that Michael B. Jordan was.
Yeah.
That was a slight difference. It kind of looked cooler.
Yeah. But I mean, he could keep the necklace.
He could keep the necklace. I don't think he will. He doesn't like flashy stuff. So yeah, I think it's pretty much the review. I mean, we don't have to drag it on any further than it needs to be.
Guys, if you watched Black Panther, let us know what you thought in the comments below. Like, subscribe if you liked it. Follow us on our Instagrams, our social medias. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Until next time, peace out.